Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will learn about derivative of parametric function. So let's see in here. Sometimes we express the variable x and y as the function of a third variable t by a pair of the function. So for example, we have x is equal to ft and y is equal to gt. So it is have two functions with x and y, and fx is the variable is t and g the variable of t. And then the function like this are called parametric function. So we have the x and we have the a, and it is usually have the variable t in here. So the function in here is called parametric function, and the variable t is called the parameter. So we have the parametric function and have the parameter. So what is the meaning of the parametric differentiation? In here usually we know that we have dy over dx as the derivative of the function, because we have the function of t in here. So t in here is as usually called parameter. So we can get the dy over dx is equal to dy over dt over dx over dt, where dx over dt is not or cannot be 0. So in here, for example, the parametric curve is given by equation x is equal to square root of t plus 1 and y is equal to t squared plus 3t. So we must find the slope of its tangent at x is equal to 2. First in here, we must know dy over dx as the formula before. Dy over dx is equal to dy over dt over dx over dt. So in here we can get d over dx, and the function of y is equal to t squared plus 3t. So we can change the y with this function, and then over dx over dt, and we can get the d over dt. So in here x, the function of x is equal to square root of t plus 1. So we can differentiate d over dt and d over dt in here. D over dt is 2t plus 3, and d over dt is we can change t plus 1 and power of half, and we can get the 1 over 2 square root of t plus 1. And in here we can simplify that with this function. So if you have or you can know the dy over dx, the next is you can get the 4x is equal to 2. So as the equation with x is equal to 2, so we can get the t from here. X is equal to 2 and the square root of t plus 1. So if it is can be 4, and t is equal to 4 minus 1 is equal to 3 is equal to 3. And then if you have the t in here and you have m is slope, right? If slope m is equal to dy over dx with t is equal to 3, dy over dx we get the function in here, right? So we can get the function, and you can change or substitute t is equal to 3 in this equation, so you can get 36. So in here the slope of the tangent with x is equal to 2 from this function, and this function is equal to 36. Okay, next, parametric differentiation of second order. Before maybe we have dy over dx, right? But in here we can no differentiation of second order, or if the second order automatically it is can use square, d square y over dx square. So from here we can get the d over dx with y prime, and then it is equal to d over dt y prime over dx over dt. So I have three ways to find the parametric of second order. First, express y prime is equal to dy over dx in the term of t. And second, we must differentiate y prime with respect to t. And for the last, divide the result by dx over dt. So in here, if we want to search the value of parametric differentiation of second order, we must use the three y's in here. So let's see the example. A parametric curve in given by the equation is x is equal to 1 plus a power of t and y is equal to 2 square times e power t. So find the second derivative of d square y over dx square. So from here, as before, first we must find dy over dx. From the function is dy over dt over dx over dt. So in here, y we can change with t square times e power of t. And then if dx over dt, we can change x with this function 1 plus e to the power of t. So we can differentiate this form with using the product rule. We can get 2t times a to the power of t plus t square times the derivative of exponent over exponent power t. So it is same over d over dt. So in here 1 is 0 and the derivative of a power t is always same. So we can eliminate a to the power of t. So we can only get t square plus 2t. So the next step is we differentiate dy over dx with respect to t. From here we get t square plus t to t. So in here we can derive or differentiate this form. So we can get 2t plus 2. And then finally we divided the result 2t plus 2 in here by dx over dt. So in here we can get the x. X is 1 plus a to the power of t. So the first derivative is same like this, is a to the power of t. So we can get the d square y over dx square is equal to 2t plus 2 over a to the power of t.
Yeah, come and get it 모여 남녀노소 음악은 느르지 방방 go go 그 노래를 불러라 오늘 밤은 ready to